Hello guys. Welcome back to In the Kitchen with Stephanie Wilson Barber. And today we're going to do macaroni and cheese the way my mother showed me. So let's get started. First, you want to preheat your oven to 350 before you get started. Go ahead and preheat your oven. Then next what I did was, to save time for the video, I just put like 5 cups of water in a pot. And what all I'm going to do, and the only time I'm going to use salt is in the water, just to make sure my noodles don't stick together. So I'm just going to put like a tablespoon, a little less than tablespoon, like a little less than tablespoon. That's the only time I'm going to use salt, just for my noodles. And the water is boiling there. And it already started boiling the water. And I'm going to use 1 box of elbow small noodles. I like the small noodles. But of course, you can use any noodles that your family will enjoy. And this is a 5-pound box. Oh, 1-pound box. This is a 1-pound box, guys. 1-pound box of noodles. Let's put that in the boiling water. And you're going to let it cook for about 15 minutes. Okay? But during the 15-minute cook time, you want to stir it like every 5-6 minutes just to make sure your noodles don't stick together. So we got the noodles in, and we have the oven, don't forget guys, preheating already. Now, what I want to do is show you the ingredients we're going to use for our macaroni and cheese. Definitely, we're going to use a stick of butter, and the butter I use is salted. I don't use unsalted butter. We definitely need a stick of butter. We're going to use some, flour, like 2 tablespoons of flour, and we're going to have some cheese. Of course, we're going to have mozzarella cheese. I picked this up yesterday, guys. I saw this pack the first time. They already have Kraft, everything mixed together for macaroni and cheese. And I like to use 2 bags of, sharp cheese. And you can pick whatever cheese that best suit your needs. And the ingredients, we're going to use a little, black pepper. We're going to use some complete. And simple ingredients, season oil and adobo. That's going to be it. No Old Bay today, guys. No Old Bay in your macaroni and cheese. Okay. So we have that there. And we're going to make a roux. So let's turn on the pot. Then let's put the heat on medium heat for our roux. And for the roux, guys, we're going to use this whole stick of butter. Okay. And let's just cut it in pieces, like a tablespoon, just so the butter can melt. And I have it again on medium heat. And with our macaroni and cheese, I forgot to mention, we're going to use milk too. We definitely need milk. So we have the 1 stick of butter melting. And while the butter is melting, let's check on our macaroni and cheese. It's been about 3 minutes. And I'm glad I am, because it's, just get that noodles moving around. You don't want your noodles to stick together. Got the noodles going. And the butter again, guys, is on a medium heat, letting the butter melt. And once the butter melted, then that's when we're going to use our flour for the roux. We're going to do like 2 tablespoons of flour. We're going to add that to our butter once it melted. And the butter hasn't melted yet, but it's coming along. Okay, just trying to get that butter butter to start melting. And as the butter is melting, guys, it's okay, like I said, to check on your noodles. Just make sure they're not sticking together, and they aren't sticking together. Just stir them. Okay. And the butter looks like it's ready to go, guys. So since the butter is ready to go, don't forget I have it on a medium heat, the butter. Now that I'm about to add my flours, I'm gonna turn the stove. I'm gonna turn the stove down a little bit. So it's below medium while I add my flour. That's 1 spoon. And that's a nice spoon. Let's do 2 nice spoons for our roux. And it's very important, as you add your flour, you have to keep constantly stirring the flour because you don't want your flour to turn brown. So just keep stirring. And you want to make sure you don't have any lumps in your roux. And don't forget to turn it down to below medium heat. And now it's all mixed together. The butter, 1 stick of butter, that's very important to use a stick, and the flour. It's all blended together. Now what we're going to do is add our milk. And I'm going to add, for this box, let's add 4 cups of milk. Let's do 3 cups of milk, guys. Let's do 3 because it's a really big cup. Really big cup. So we're going to do 3 cups of milk. 1. It's nice size cups of milk. So we're only going to do 3. 2. 3. And that's for a 1 pound box of noodles. So as you see, I have 3 nice sized cups of milk. Okay, then what we're going to do is let's turn our heat back up to medium. So that way that can start boiling. And we're going to stir some more. Very gently stir. And we're going to let our milk, butter, and flour get hot. And then once it get hot, guys, that's when we're going to add in our cheese. It'll take about two minutes because I have it on a medium heat. Now let's check on our noodles some more because again, it only takes like 10 minutes for the noodles to boil. And the noodles really looks good. They're not ready yet. So once the roux get hot, then we're going to add our cheese. So I'll be right back. Then we will add our cheese. Hello guys, I'm back. And it's been about 10 minutes. And the noodles are definitely ready. So I'm going to turn the stove off. And then I'm going to run cold water over my noodles. Some people say don't run cold water. Some people do. But I definitely run cold water over my noodles. So let's do that. And I have a strainer here. Okay guys, while we're letting the noodles strain, now what we're going to do is start adding our cheese to our sauce. Because the sauce has been on the stove, you got to constantly stir it because you don't want the flour the butter and the milk to stick to the bottom of the pan. But it's been about 5 minutes and it's nice and hot. So now we're going to add our cheese. I'm going to add the whole pack of mac and cheese. And take your time and stir it in nice and slow. As you putting it in, constantly keep stirring it. As you're putting the cheese in, stir, stir, stir. Stirring is your friend. Stir, 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 guys. And I still have it on a medium heat. So that's one pack. And I'm going to put the whole pack of sharp cheese in as well. And don't forget, stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. And you can use any device you want, but my mother always just used a spoon. Some people can use a whisk, but I'm using my spoon just like my mother used to do. Okay? So put the whole pack of cheese in, because as you know, cheese is what makes the macaroni. And cheese. Okay, I'm going to use like a half a pack of mozzarella cheese. But very important, guys, I do have one pack of sharp cheese I'm saving because we're going to add some of this in the macaroni before we stick it in the oven. Okay. We're going to put all of that. That's going to be some kind of good. And stir, stir, stir. You want a nice consistency. That really looks delicious, guys. So we're going to give it like one more minute. Look at that. Look at that. If you can see that cheese. Look at that. We'll give it one more minute. And meanwhile, we're going to already drain the noodles. So now I'm going to pour the noodles in my aluminum pan. And you can use any pan that your heart desire. Get cheese so cheesy. Okay. Here are my noodles, guys. I already rinsed my noodles off, as you can see. Let's pour it in our pan. Oh. I think I lost two. Let me get that. Well, I get the noodles later. So we have all the noodles in our pan. Don't forget you have your oven on 350. Now it's time to turn off your roux. And let me just show you the roux. Oh, this pan is heavy. If you can see that consistency, guys, see that? That looks good. You don't want it too thick. You want it nice and loose. Now what we're going to do is pour it over our noodles. And you're going to pour it nice and slow. Matter of fact, I'm going to get my camera person to move my noodles a little closer to the stove so that way you can see me pulling the roux. Meanwhile, you see I'm still constantly stirring. Young ladies, you can put it right here. Okay. And with both hands, please. Okay, guys, 1 minute. Okay, I don't think my camera, young lady, is on the stove. Be on camera. So let's see here. We're going to take our time. And we're going to pour the roux over our noodle real slow. And just move it around as you're pouring it in. See that? Just move the noodles around. That looks good. And see how nice and juicy it looks. A little bit more. And that's going to be it, guys. And I didn't use all of my roux. So really, you could use 2 cups of water with this 1 pound of pasta. The noodles, your elbow noodles. But you want to make sure you have it nice and loose. just stirring it a little bit. What I'm going to do now is with the other bag of sharp cheese, what I like to do is put some cheese like this, like 4 scoops. Well, and then I like to mix it in. Let's just use the whole bag, guys. Let's just use the whole bag. Yeah. So just use the whole bag and just mix it in like that. The whole bag of cheese. Let's see. We're going to have some on top, as you see there. And that's it. And make sure all the noodles have your roux on all the noodles. Matter of fact, guys, I want a little bit more roux just to give it a little bit more mush. It's not going to hurt anything. There we go. That's going to be some kind of good. Okay, let's get this in the oven. There we go. And watch the way that macaroni and cheese melt. Guess what, guys? Don't forget to add your seasoning. And usually I put my seasoning in, guys, when in my roux. But let's add it now. We're going to add some pepper. We're going to add some complete. That seasoning will be delicious. We're going to add our adobo. So you can add your seasoning in your roux, or you can wait before you put it in the oven, then add your seasoning. And you're going to use your seasoned oil. And let's give it one more spoon. Make sure all that ingredients get all in the noodles. Okay. There we go. And we're going to let this bake, I would say like 30 minutes. But after 25, check it. And we're going to let it bake for like 30, 35 minutes. Because you want it golden brown. Now all the ingredients, the seasoning go all through the macaroni and cheese. Okay. That's it. Let's stick it in the oven. Hold it with both hands. This stuff is so heavy. It is nice and hot. Let me pull the rack out. Make it easy to get in. There we go. Can you see that, guys? We're going to put it, never put it on the top or the bottom, put it right in the middle. And let it bake for 30 minutes, and I will be back. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do now, it's been 30 minutes. And I'm going to add some more cheese and let it stay in the oven for 5 more minutes. I have here some 4 cheese. Doesn't matter what type of cheese you use, as long as it's nice and cheesy. And look how golden brown the macaroni and cheese is, if you can see that. Nice and golden brown. And we're going to add last cheese. Let it stay in there for 5 more minutes. Nice and cheesy. See that? Add all this little shredded cheese in there. You got nice, cheesy macaroni. That's it. We're going to let it stay for another 5 minutes. You can see all the golden brown around the sides. 5 more minutes, guys. That's all you need. Let the cheese on top melt. Okay, guys, okay. It's been like 35 minutes because I let it cook for another 5 minutes after I added additional cheese. So let's pull it out the oven and see what we are working with. Let's see here. Ooh, it really looks delicious, guys. Can you see that? Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God. Let's see here. I don't. Look at that. Can you see how good and juicy it looks? And brown. And I'm going to use another pan to give it additional support. Okay. Let's put the oven back together. I'm going to bring the camera a little closer so you can see. Nice cheesy macaroni. Thanks, guys. Please click, share, like, and turn on your notification bell. Thanks, guys, for watching. And don't forget to click the notification bell, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you. Okay, guys, now it's time to taste our macaroni and cheese. And what I'm going to do, just taste a little bit. Let's see here. Ooh, look at how creamy it looks. And see the nice golden brown? That's what you want. And I just took it out, so we're going to let everything settle. But I just want to share the first bite with you guys. Let's see here. And we're going to let it, settle. Okay, thank you for watching. Who wants the first bite? I do. Look at that. So fortunate. So guys, take the time today, 35 minutes, 40 minutes max with prep time, and cook some macaroni and cheese for your family to enjoy. Wow. All that seasoning and flavor. I kid you not, guys. I think I may start doing this, really adding the seasoning instead of putting it in the roux like I forgot to do. I think I'm going to put the seasoning in the pan like I did. You can really taste the seasoning better. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. And there's so many different ways to cook your macaroni and cheese. It doesn't matter, long you cook and enjoy your family. Delicious.